What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This is your boy Tony the Closer here with another video. Today I wanted to talk about something that a lot of people really struggle with in the real estate industry, and it's the numbers game. So if you haven't already, do me a favor, smash a thumbs up. Tell me in the comment section right now one thing that you're struggling with in wholesaling real estate. What are you struggling with to help to get your very first deal? And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe, press the bell notification. I'll be bringing out new content for you guys every single day to help you understand exactly how you position yourself, how to get paid, because I want to help you make 100K in 2020. So if you haven't already, be sure that you text 100K in 2020 because I'll be giving out free tips, free promotions, and letting you guys know exactly how you can get paid in 2020 wholesaling real estate. My goal is to help 5,000 people make six figures in the industry this year. So we got a big challenge. I need you guys to share this and I need you to work your butts off. So today I want to talk about something that's very important, and that's the numbers game. So many people who get into wholesaling real estate simply don't do enough, and then they struggle to understand why they haven't had the results that they're looking for. I hear people frequently hit me up and they say, "Hey Tony, I've been talking to sellers and I'm not getting the results." And then when I ask them the amount of people that they have talked to, like, it's typically like a handful of people. So let me talk to you about just the numbers portion of what has helped many people become successful in this industry. So for one, if you haven't already, inside the training portal, I put my 100K blueprint. If you haven't, check it out on Instagram. Go to my Instagram profile at @TonyTheCloser_, and you can find my 100K blueprint in my bio. This is the blueprint that I use to help me go from completely broke to making $100,000 wholesaling real estate. So I gave you the exact steps in that blueprint. I want to make sure that everybody has that download copy and you follow that to the T. But the next thing that's very important is like understanding the numbers portion of it. In the blueprint, I give you guys like literal daily tasks that you need to follow and make sure that you're meeting the minimum requirements of people that you're making contact with. But let's talk about what some of the big dogs do, because I think when we hear like a lot of the new wholesalers get into the business, they're mirroring and wanting to mirror what they're attempting to mirror what they see successful people doing, and that's a good thing, right? You want to mirror other successful people. But one of the things that I hear you guys struggle with is the numbers portion of it. You don't know exactly how many contacts you need to make in order to get paid, and that's an important part, right? You got to know that you got to talk to people. Frequency and numbers, like in marketing, is marketing 101. The more people that know about you, the more people you talk to, it's going to increase the likelihood that you can get paid. So I give you guys tasks on a blueprint, and make sure I'm gonna put the link in the bottom so you can download the blueprint if it's not if you haven't got it already. But we got to talk about numbers, and I hear some of my other colleagues, other guys that are doing extreme numbers in the business and really being profitable. Everything is all numbers and measuring your numbers. So I want to tell you some things that you aren't doing right now is probably keeping you from your success is hitting the amount of people that you need to talk to. So one of the things I'll tell you is at minimum for like if you're not financially struggling and you have the budget, you should want to target anywhere between 2,500 and 3,000 people per week in your marketing. That's going through cold calling, text messages, ringless voicemail. Whether you're doing bandit signs or whatever, you want to be trying to target at least 3,000 people a week. My cold callers, my cold calling team, I send them new lists weekly with anywhere between 2,000 and 3,000 new leads that they can call each week, because the reality is that you want to just be playing the numbers game. Obviously, when we target certain lists, we know that certain people won't be motivated, that there may be in the beginning portion of even considering selling the property or might not even be interested at all. So you got to understand the importance of numbers. And I think a struggle for you guys is like, I see people tell me that, "Hey man, Tony, I've been talking to sellers and they tell me they talk to 10 to 20 people. And is this simply not enough people to be able to get to where you want to go at?" So I want to tell you a couple of things that I do to help me be organized and then obviously hit the numbers that I want to hit. And if you have a tight budget, there's other ways around being able to get these numbers. But this is strictly for giving you like the overview of what you need to be doing to ensure that you're talking to enough people so you can get paid. So the biggest thing I tell everybody to be able to go out right now and understand where you can go to be able to start dialing in and getting the contacts on your side is driving for dollars. I always tell people that driving for dollars is like the free way to go out and get paid in the real estate industry. You can use a Deal Machine app, and you can put a promo code 100K in 2020 to get a free trial of the Deal Machine app. This will help you stay organized as you go driving for dollars. The thing that you want to do is you want to make sure that every day that you're getting at minimum 20 to 25 properties that you're adding into your pipeline. The reason why I say you want to do 20 to 25 every single day, guess what? If you do that consistently, you'll obviously be able to hit hundreds of contacts and be able to put that into your pipeline. Obviously, you'll be able to see these properties have had some sort of distress. You might be able to identify something that you may have seen as a sign that this property might need some attention. But the key element is the numbers portion of it. So obviously, just because somebody's house is vacant or boarded up or has tall grass or busted out windows, or even if it's like a tree or something laying on top of it, things that we all identify when we drive for dollars, it doesn't mean that that person don't have any motivation at all to even sell. So we know we got to play the numbers portion of it. The next thing I'll tell you is to pull listing data. Most people who reach out to my team and my company, which I have a company called Lead Genie, and my company, what we do is we specialize in helping wholesalers get targeted leads and setting appointments for them to help them get paid. So we have what we call our virtual assistant center, where we actually cold call and make the dials for you, set the appointment for you, and then all you have to do is go to the appointment. And something that I noticed a lot, even inside of my program with Lead Genie, is that when you guys have been sending in your list are very limited. You're working with like 100 or less in your list, and you can't really have great success with that. Typically, I would tell you that if at the minimum you need to have a couple hundred per week. So if you're starting off and your budget is very, very tight, you maybe be working with a couple $100. Like, driving for dollars is going to be the first start for you. You can get up a really good pipeline of people that you can get in contact with simply by driving for dollars. So what I would tell you is use the 100K blueprint for just your core principles of, okay, I need to get 20 to 25 properties that I actually identify as needing some attention. And then what you want to do in addition to that is that you want to try to use some form of either going to your county courthouse or city hall, wherever you may live, and you want to go and pull any records of any properties that you may know fit the criteria of some of the financial distress or circumstantial distress, or things that we identify in the other videos. If you haven't checked out those other videos, please go back and check out the other videos in the playlist 100K in 2020. But I gave you very specific lists that have been very profitable for me and my company. And I want to make sure that you guys are implementing this stuff. Like, I can give you all the videos in the world, but if you don't go out and implement them and make sure that you take action, then it's going to do all for nothing. So putting this video up for you today is to let you know you have to do more numbers. You have to talk to more people. And I'm gonna give you one of the things that's really helped me be able to be very, very confident that I'm talking to the right people is my company, Lead Genie. With using Lead Genie, it was something when I first started out, it really gave me the edge on the competition. For starters, if you've been getting all this data and you've been trying to figure out how to get in contact with these sellers now that you found their homes, well, Lead Genie, you can actually send your list straight over. You can export out a Deal Machine and send your CSV file to Lead Genie, and we will actually skip trace those records for you, and that'll give you email addresses and phone numbers to be able to get in contact with those homeowners. And we use multiple strategies to actually get in contact with homeowners, from cold calling, ringless voicemail, SMS blast, press one campaigns. We send out mailers. I don't send mailers a lot because they're very expensive. But what I want to do is I want to teach you how to do the most with the least, right? Like I've mastered how to, like somebody that has a tight budget and don't have a lot. I made 6 figures without having a lot of money. I didn't have 6 figures when I made 6 figures. I did it with barely nothing. And what I want to do is I want to show you how to do the most with the least. And that's what you got to do with Lead Genie. So what we'll show you is how to get in contact with sellers faster than you've ever been able to. And the best part about it is that we have the state-of-the-art technology that we will literally show you exactly the step-by-step strategies that we use to be able to get in contact with motivated sellers using our new SMS platform, Lead Genie Drop. And I'll tell you, in 2019, one of the most effective ways to communicate with sellers that I found in 2020 moving forward was what? SMS. Every single seller that I've ever talked to has always had a cell phone, unless they were somebody's grandma or grandpa. And even them, they even have cell phones now. My 7-year-old has a cell phone. So it's crazy, right? So one of the things that we offer in our Lead Genie service is ringless voicemail and SMS blast. And I've been able to get sellers on the phone in a matter of like a minute or less, just by simply sending them a text message that takes me from a cold call to a warm call, because they're now expecting me. So what I want you to do today is that first I want you to go drive for dollars and make sure that you understand the numbers that we talked about. Get the numbers on your side. I want you to also go to your courthouse and pull you some records. Figure out exactly who has some financial distress in their market and in your marketplace, and you want to start identifying them and then getting in contact with those people. And if you don't have their phone numbers, then reach out to us at Lead Genie, support@leadgenie.com, and we will be able to help you get in contact with these sellers by simply helping you skip trace. We typically have same day service. So if you send in your list that you need to have skip trace, we don't have a minimum requirement. We will typically get it back within minutes. But we like to say, hey, give us 24 hours, but typically it's like lightning fast. The next thing I want to express to you is that you have to implement these strategies. Like, I'm giving you these videos, I'm giving you all a game, but you have to go implement. So make sure you go drive for dollars, download the 100K blueprint, and go to your courthouse. I'll be giving you more content like this every single day to help you get paid in 2020 wholesaling real estate. I need you to do me a favor. I need you to put the hashtag It's Our Turn in the comment. Be sure that you smash that thumbs up button, and make sure that you subscribe with the post notifications, and share this to as many people as you can. If you're in a Facebook group or a wholesale group and you know people that are trying to get paid in 2020 and they haven't figured out how to be successful, make sure you share this content, because this might be the difference in somebody who's not been able to get that first deal or have success in the business now being able to do so. So I'm your host, Tony the Closer. I hope you enjoyed this content. I'll see you guys on the next video.